Hi and welcome to day 2 of Exercise for Independence. So today I'm going to go through a very basic exercise, seated down, seated or seated down. That didn't quite make sense. Anyway, we are going to do it seated. So what we do is I'm just going to go through some basic seated technique with you, okay? So as you sit on the chair, we don't want to be right back. So if I turn to the side, we don't want our bum right to the back of the chair, okay? What we need to do is hip walk forward. I can't do it on the side. If I come forward, we want to hip walk forward, okay? We've got a nice right angle in the knees. We have a gap at the back of the chair. We're going to sit up. Because you're going to bring, we're going to bring the chest up, shoulders back and down, and chest proud, okay? This way we are going to, as we're seated, we are going to work our whole core. If we sat at the back of the chair and our legs, we have less leg movement and less range of movement in our legs because of how far back we sat. If we sat more forward, more forwards, then we have more room to move the legs in all directions, okay? As you can see, if I just take a seat back, I'm right back, the legs end up virtually touching, and I haven't got as much movement there with the legs. So remember, hip walk forward, get the legs in a nice right angle, sit upwards, okay? So that is the technique. So today we are going to do a nice simple march. I'm going to go through 3 different options. So we've got options if you can use your legs. If you can't use your legs, we've got an arm option, and then we've got options for those who want to make it a little bit harder for both. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate this. But if you're completely new to exercise, all I want you to do is 1 minute of this. Okay, 1 minute is all you need to do. Forget all these people that say you have to do 30, 45 to 60 minute classes or 60 minutes in the gym. When it's your beginner, you need to strip it back to the basics and start very slowly and gradually. Okay, in lockdown, a company that deals with force prevention and life training called them movement snacks. And this is what that is. We're doing a movement snack, okay? So we are just taking the movement into bite-sized portions. Very important for beginners. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate the legs first, then the arms, then I do both. So all we're going to do is just lift one leg up, down, one leg up and down. So obviously, I'm doing it very slowly because I don't want you to think you've got to do it like really quickly, because you don't. You do it to the actual speed that your body can actually cope with, okay? The height, it doesn't matter if you can scale it up a little bit, as soon as you've got some movement there. I always go about this in my class. I always state, it doesn't matter how much that movement is, you have to have some movement is better than none. I don't care if you're just lifting it off the floor like that, or you're going right up. It does not matter, because once we start moving again, we want to create the nervous system signals, the neural pathways. We want to recreate them, okay? And this is why it's important to do snack type exercises, so that we build up these pathways. So the more you do it and it becomes consistent, okay, then that way that pathway is going to remain in place, so it becomes easier and easier and easier. The easier it becomes, the more natural it becomes, then you'll be able to progress it. So if you can only lift your knee up a little bit to start with, as you can see it's not very much, then in time, the more you do it, you can lift it higher, then higher and higher, okay? And this is why it's important to repetition. Repetition is important, okay? It's because of the neural signals, the neuroplasticity needs to be bedded in and built again, okay? And the slower we do it, that way your body won't be in as much pain to start with, okay? So that's the leg movements. If you can't use your legs, again the arms, remember we've got to maintain that seated posture, and all we're going to do is move one arm forward, and as that arm comes back, the other arm comes forward. As that comes back, the other arm comes forward, and so on. And we keep doing this, okay? And obviously you can do it very slowly, like so. Or we can do it very quickly. Obviously if you're new to exercise, I really want you to focus on keeping your arms below your heart. We need it at heart height or below, so chest height and below, because we don't want to raise your blood pressure too much, okay? So make sure you are doing it nice and slowly, okay? As in time, you can speed up, okay? Now those of you that think, oh, this is too easy, that is too easy, we can bring it in together. So it's always opposite arm to leg, okay? Opposites, opposites, okay? And this is why, and again, you might find this hard to start with because of coordination, okay? Actually, I find it easier to do opposites than I would do that, okay? And actually a natural walking movement is we would do opposites, okay? And everything. Also, if you are learning, I've got young clients that are obviously learning to walk that are in wheelchairs, and then they are walking in frames. And if you are actually learning to walk and you go from a frame to like poles, for example, walking poles, this is the movement you would have. So I use my walking poles, I am doing this movement with them, okay? So that is today's exercise. So please do a minute. That's all I'm asking for, 1 minute of exercise. Pop in the comments how you found this. Remember to keep telling us what you would like to see, okay? We've already had ideas about the pelvic floor exercises, so please give us some more. I want to know more. I want to know what you want to do. Pop it in the comments. I can't talk today. You pop it in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3.